think we're there. Everyone looks super happy. We lost someone. Who did we lose?
Kristen? Oh.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to No Beard Shakespeare. And tonight we will be doing Twelfth Night. Enjoy.
My stars shine darkly over me. I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had pleased, would we have so ended? But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that, yes, thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir. Your bad entertainment. Let this sad interim like the ocean be, which parts the shore where two contracted new come daily to the banks, that when they see return of love, more blessed may be the view.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it. That's surfeiting. The appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again. Oh, it had a dying fall. It came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. When mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress, she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round. With eye-offending brine, all this to season, a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that had a heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king.
What country friend is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. Then so perchance may he be.
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, I saw your brother in peril, bind himself, courage and hope, both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lift upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, their scold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowst thou this country?
I, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name, Orsinio.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What she?
Oh, a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I served that lady and might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain, with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as happily shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. What else may hap to time I will commit, only shape thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
What plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier in nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, so be these boots too. And they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight that you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Oh, Sir Andrew Aguecheek. He's as tall a man as any in Illyria. Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
What's that to the purpose? He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie, that you'll say so. He speaks 3 or 4 languages word for word without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural, for besides that he's a fool. They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. I'll drink to her as long as there is passage in my throat, and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to my niece. What wench? Come, here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Bounce! Oh, no! Sir Toby Ouch!
Sir Sweet Andrew.
Oh, bless you, fair shrew.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost my niece's chambermaid.
What's that? Oh, good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Oh, good Mistress Mary Accost.
Very well, gentlemen.
You mistake knight accost is front her, board her, woo her, and thou let part, sir. Sir Andrew, thou mightest never draw sword again.
And part you so, mistress, I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in my life, I think. Unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian, or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Poor queen, my dear knight.
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Oh, had I but followed the arts. Now, Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen? Or if she be, it's 4-1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the count. I have heard her swear it. Tut! There's life in man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes altogether.
What is thy excellence in galliard, knight?
Oh, Faith, I can cut a caper. And I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Oh, wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? Let me see the caper.
Uh-oh.
Higher! Excellent!
If the Duke continue these favors toward you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. You or he hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
Who saw Cesario, ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Huh? Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofitable return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with the discourse of my faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Rubius. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound. And all is semblative of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Oh, prosper thee well in this, and thou shalt live freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, my lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
And that may be you be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give him wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you were best.
Wit and be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I that am sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Sir, I bade them take you away.
Misprison to the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn your brother's soul for being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day, an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest, I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fools' zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. There is no slander in a loud fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman, much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home or what you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old. People dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool. One of thy kinsmen has a most weak Piamata.
I mine honor half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
Ah, a gentleman.
A gentleman.
Mm.
What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here, a plague of these pickled herring. How now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? Oh, I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Aye, Mary, what is he?
Oh, let him be the devil all he will. I care not. Give me faith, I say. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool and a madman. One draught above heart makes him a fool, and the second mads him, and a third drowns him.
He's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak to you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said of him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter of a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Well, not old enough for a man, not young enough for a boy. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I've studied, and that question's out of my part. Good, gentle one, give me modest assurance, if you be lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certainly. If you are she, you do usurp yourself. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what's important, and I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
Is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you are not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber. I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant lady.
Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared to me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Bless this place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
Oh, a comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. What chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? Now you are out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. It's not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
His beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. I shall be inventoried in every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item 2 lips indifferent red, item 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great stage, of fresh and stainless youth, a gracious person. But I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial, I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, or Livia. Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
Might do much. What is your parentage?
Of my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Take you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, action and spirit do give them fivefold blazon. Not so fast, soft, soft. Even so quickly may one catch the plague. What ho, Malvolio?
Yes, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or not. Tell him I'll none of it. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir, my determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. Good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him who you have recovered, desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived, but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me the pains to have taken it away yourself. And one thing more, that you never hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why? He sent her none. I am the man. Oh, if a dream. Oh, disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such we are made of, such will we be. How will this fetch? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, and as I am woman, now lasts a day. What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time! Thou must untangle this, not I! It's too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Be not to bed after midnight is to be up betimes, thou knowest.
Hey, by my troth, I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. Does not our life consist of the 4 elements?
Oh, faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Oh, Marion, I say, a stoup of wine.
How now, my hearts? Did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
Excellent! Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
Oh, I care not for good life.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come and kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious in faith.
Oh, but shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we do that?
I love you and you love me. Let's do it. Oh, I am a dog at a catch.
By Our Lady, sir, and some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be, thou knave!
I shall be constrained to call thee knave, knight.
Oh, 'tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Hold thy peace.
Hold thy peace, thy knave. Hold thy peace, thy knave. Hold thy peace.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
3, marry when be we, am not I consanguineous, I am not of her blood, lily valley.
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
He does well enough if he be disposed. And so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh.
Hold thy peace, thy knave.
For the love of God, peace.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby,
Mm.
I must be round with you.
Oh,
My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Mm, farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone, but I will never die.
Hey, good Sir Toby.
Oh, shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, that shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. A stupid wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
I'll deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Oh, sweet Sir Toby, be patient. For tonight, since the youth of the Count's was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into my common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
The devil a Puritan that he is, an affectioned ass, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed, as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device!
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
Oh, and your horse now would make him an ass. Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Oh, good night, Penthesilea.
Oh, before me, she is a good wench.
Oh, she is a beagle true bred and one that adores me. Oh, what of that?
I was adored once too. If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Oh, send for money, knight. Come, come, I'll go burn so sack 'tis too late to go to bed now.
Give me some music. That old and antique song we heard last night. Methought it did relieve my passion much. Come, but one verse.
He is not here. So please, your lordship, that should sing it.
Oh, who was it?
Fess the jester, my lord, a fool that Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out and play the tune a while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, as all true lovers are. How dost thou like this tune?
Gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor?
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So where's she to him? So sways she level in her husband's heart. Our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, they are so to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Ah, fellow, come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain, and dallies with the innocence of love. Prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. 1,000 sighs to have. Lay me awhere, sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there.
Ah, there's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another. Now, the melancholy god protect thee. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere. For that's it. That always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon thy same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called an appetite, but mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love women to men may owe, in faith they are as true as heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, and with a green and yellow melancholy she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
My boy.
Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, bide no denay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady.
We will fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
We do not. 'Tis a pity for our lives.
Oh, here comes the little villain.
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. Observe him, for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot out of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there. For here comes the truth that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that she should fancy if should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Right. I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say, shh.
To be Count Malvolio.
A rogue!
Pistol him. Pistol him!
Look how his imagination blows him.
Peace. Now he's deeply in.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Peace, peace, shh.
Telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask my kinsman Toby. 7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown the while, perchance wind up my watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him, thus saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, gave me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Oh, scab!
Peace.
Nay, patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
Ah, I knew it was I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. It is in contempt of question her hand. Oh, to the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases. Soft. To whom should this be?
Wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio,
Marry, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. Moai doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, I say.
Moai doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me, I serve her, she is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me, softly. M-O.
Oh, A, make that up. Oh, he is now at a cold send. Oh.
Malvolio. Why, that begins my name.
This cur is excellent at faults.
M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does. And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had an eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
No. And yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. She thus advises thee, that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered? I say, remember. Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so, if not, farewell. The fortunate, unhappy. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point device the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend me yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered. I thank my stars. I am happy. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore, in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee, I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me. Oh,
I could marry you, wench, for this device.
So could I do.
Oh, and ask no other dowry with you but such another jest.
Nor I either.
Thou noble gull catcher.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and cares for nothing. Art not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir, the Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. I'm indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, that's certain. I'll no more with thee. Hold. There's expenses for thee.
By Jove, in this commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
Oh, by my troth, I'll tell thee I'm almost sick for one. Although I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use. I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
My lady is within, sir. I will constir to them whence you come. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. Might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that craves a kind of wit. It's full of labor as a wise man's art.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent lady, the heavens rain odors upon you.
Oh, that youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors. Well,
My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. Oh, I'll get 'em all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant is your servant, madam.
For him I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me. Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous hearts can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. Cypress, not a bosom hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord, by me.
Stay, I pray thee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
You do think you are not what you are.
I think so. I think the same of you.
Then you think right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I would it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. But rather reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
And come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
No, Faith, I'll stay not a jot longer.
Oh, thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed on me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see you the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight, will you make me an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason. She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormus valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jests, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either of valor or policy.
And he be anyway, it must be with valor, for policy I hate.
Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of that.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Well, will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand, be curt and brief, taunt him with the license of ink. Go, about it. Where shall I find you? Go.
Where shall I find you?
Oh. Go.
We shall have a rare letter from him.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yond Gull Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is the new map. You have not seen a thing such as 'tis. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than village steel, did spur me forth. And jealousy what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My will and love, the rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks. But were my worth, as is my conscience, firm, you would find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys, I did some service of such note indeed, that I can hear it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. It might have been, since answered in repaying. But we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which I be lapsed in this place. I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge, and there shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes.
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come, for sure the man is tainted in's wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady? I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross gathering. But what of it? If it please the eye of one.
Why, how doest thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and commands shall be executed.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
Oh, to bed. Oh. Aye, sweetheart, I'll come to thee.
Comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
Oh, do you, Malvolio? Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanst thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great. Some achieve greatness.
Sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings?
And wished to see them cross-gartered.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for half of my dowry.
No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him. I have limed her. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes.
Here he is. Here he is. How is't with you, sir?
How is it with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me be. Let me enjoy my private.
Ooh.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you have to have a care of him.
Mm.
Ah, does she so?
We must deal gently with him. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How do you, Malvolio? What, man, defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy of mankind.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx. Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible? This very genius hath taken me in fiction of device, man.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be quieter. Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Oh, come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief he's mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance. Till our tired out breath prompt us to have mercy on him.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Is it? I warrant him, but do read it.
Give me. Youth, whatsoe'er thou art but a surly fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense. Less?
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me, thou killest me like a rogue and a villain, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, so soon as e'er thou seest him, draw, and thou drawest, swear horribly. Away.
Oh, nay, let me alone for swearing. Ugh, curses, bloody.
Oh. Now, will I not deliver this letter? For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Sat upon Aguecheek a notable rapport of valor, and drive the gentleman into an utmost hideous opinion of his rage and skill and fury. This will fright them both, that they will kill one another by the look.
Oh, here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, and presently after him.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too unchary on it.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes upon my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture, refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give.
Nothing but this. your true love for my master.
How, with mine honor, may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee of it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you up your guard. For your opponent hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
Oh, he is a knight dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hath done him, I know not. But thy interceptors attend thee at the orchard end.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard some kind of men put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Be like, this is a man of that sort.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desires. Back you shall not to the house. Therefore, on, for meddle you must.
This is uncivil as strange. I beseech you. Do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is.
Oh, I will do so, Signor Fabian. Stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Oh, he is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I have not seen such a farrago. They say he has been fencer to the Savoy.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
But he will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Oh, plague on it. And I thought he had been valiant and so cunning in fence, I'd have seen him damned, or I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse. Great Capulet.
I'll make the motions. Stand here. Make a good show on it. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's a devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him and pants and looks pale as if a bear were on his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake. He protests. He will not hurt you.
Oh, pray God, defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you, but has promised me he will not hurt you.
Oh, pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir, why? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more. Then you have heard him brag to you, he will.
Ha ha ha! Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good, Sir Toby, hold. Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Sir, put up your sword.
This is the man. Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
Oh, you do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you. That, then what befalls myself. You stand amazed.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you showed me here, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor I know you by any voice or feature.
Come, sir, I pray you, go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death. Relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image did I devotion. But oh, how vile an idol proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks o'erflourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself, so do not I. Prove true, imagination. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you. He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, for I imitate him. If it prove, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare.
A coward. A most devout coward. I'll after him again and beat him.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
No, I do not know you, nor am I not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowst not me.
Vent to my folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give thee worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand.
Now, sir, have I met you again? Oh, there's for you.
Well, why, there's for thee. And there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come on, sir, hold.
Oh, nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet there's no matter for that.
Oh, let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, that I must have an ounce or 2 of malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby! On that life I charge thee, hold!
Madam?
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me.
What relish is this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I pray thee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Nay, I pray thee, put on this gown and this beard. Make him believe thou art Sir Topus the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on and will dissemble myself in't. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. The competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson. To him, Sir Topus.
What ho, I say? Peace in this prison?
Ooh, the knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Oh, who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topus? Sir Topus, good. Sir Topus, go to my lady, good. Sir Topus, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! Sayest thou that the house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topus,
Why, it hath bay windows transparent, and yet complainst thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topus. I say to thee, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. I am no more mad than you are.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness.
Sir Topas! Sir Topas!
Oh, my exquisite Sir Topus.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightest have done this without thy beard and gown. He sees thee not.
Him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou findest him. I would we were rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I were he were. For I am now so far in my offense with my niece, I cannot pursue with any safety this sport, the upshot.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool, fool, I say.
Who calls, huh?
Good, fool. As ever thou wilt deserve, well at my hand, help me to a candle, a pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for't.
Master Malvolio?
Ay, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have propertied me, kept me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here. Shh. Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Mary, amen. I will, sir. I will.
Fool, 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 I say.
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shent for speaking to you.
I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria. By this hand, I am. Good fool, some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed? Or do you but counterfeit, huh?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir. I will be with you again. This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that unwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. His counsel might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust, but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and with this holy man into the chantry by. There before him, and under that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. Well, what do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request. Do not desire to see this letter.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
Ah, I know you well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, friends praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly I am an ass. So that my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused.
Why, this is excellent.
Trot, sir, no. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold. If you will let your lady know I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I will wake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of.
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your nephew Titus lost his leg. In private bramble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies?
Bring him forth.
Speak,
Antonio,
pirate.
speak.
Aye. Be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A rack past hope he was. His life I gave him and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint. All this in dedication for his sake did I expose pure for his love. Into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where being apprehended, his false cunning denied me mine own purse.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord but that he may not have wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Adam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, my soul the faithfulest offerings have breathed out that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I heart to do it, kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me, my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love! More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more, by all mores, than e'er I shall love wife.
Ay me, detested! How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long?
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay!
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowst thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest.
Oh, thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest!
Oh, for the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broken my head across and has given Toby a bloody coxcomb too.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario?
God's life. Oh, here he is. You broke my head for nothing.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
Oh.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. Oh, here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
Oh, now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
Ugh. That's all one has hurt me, and there an end on it. Did you see the surgeon?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour gone. His eyes were set at 11 in the morning.
Oh, then he's a rogue. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him! Who hath made this havoc with them?
Oh.
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An ass head and a coxcomb and a knave.
Get them to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard on me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio, how the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you? How have you made division of yourself? Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me?
Vaseline. Sebastian was my father. Such as Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb.
Were you a woman? As the rest goes eaten, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
That record is lively in my soul.
If nothing lets to make us happy both but this my masculine usurped attire. I am Viola, which to confirm I'll bring you to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune's sent hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. You would have been contracted to a maid. Now are you therein by my life deceived? You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul.
I long to see thee in thy woman's weeds.
How does Malvolio?
Holy madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. He has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning.
Open to read it.
Look, then, to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
My lord, madam!
Oh no, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read the madness.
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me in darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
See him delivered, Fabian, bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must now not deny it is your hand, or say 'tis not your seal, not your invention, and tell me in modesty of honor why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-guarded to you, and acting this in an obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned?
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess, much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. Now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad. Pray thee be content. His practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good, madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel, no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour. Most freely, I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him, Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, how with a sportful malice it was followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude. One Sir Topaz, sir. But that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenge.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
Hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace.
A solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence.
Cesario, come. For so you shall be while you are a man, but when in other habits you are seen, or seen as mistress and his fancy's queen.
But when I came at last to wive, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering I could never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. A great while ago the world began, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day. Yay! Yay! It's over!
Ta-da!
Oh my God.
You guys made me laugh so much.